honestly, I didn't even know that those statistics or whatever that was #1 was interesting work. So I'm so excited because I have some interesting stuff for you guys. So fun. The topic today is called Recruiting Your Best Team. The goal is for you to show and tell us 3 different ways of how you recruit your best team. And in order to do that, I am going to demonstrate to you how I've recruited my best team in 3 different ways. The first, Karen's already laughing because I can only imagine. Yeah, right. Yeah. So you're really, this is interesting work. You know, recruiting our best team sometimes can be rather tedious. And I know in Waukesha, they've been trying to recruit their best team. They've got a new opening, and it came down to 2 finalists. And they are here this week to finalize that decision. So I thought I would just give you guys some help to make your decision. The first one is called Thing 1 and Thing 2. He stole her heart right from the start. Ever since high school, he went down to that pool. He'd stop and stare and look at that blonde hair way up there in that lifeguard chair. They were best friends, got married too, and said, "I do." He knew to recruit the girl in that suit. Soon, their hearts became blue. They jousted with swords. I guess they were bored. Or was it because he snored? Then along came Thing 1 and then Thing 2, and everything in their house became blue. They had cute little shoes and toys and trucks and everything that cost them just a few bucks. So he tied his shoes one day and stood up to say, "Swimtastic! Oh, how fantastic!" He was a computer head by trade, and that's what created the businesses they made. She said go, and he said no way. I can't do that, I say. Then they built this Thing 1 and then Thing 2. And those swim schools, they were blue too. These pools, they had lots of rules. Inside and out, they would scout and hire and put out lots of fires. It was tons of fun they made, but oh, those bills had to be paid. Then along came another Thing 1 and then Thing 2. This big black furry thing, he never did bring those boys his toys. And this little thing, this little girl, she gave them a whirl. She'd yip and yip and yip and yip, and he'd say, "Don't you give me any lip." And then she'd poop all over that stoop. They said, this is interesting work. They said sail, because there was just too much mail. They found some rest where they became their best. They became a team. No longer did they scream or fight. She took the stairs every night to dream of soaring to new heights. He stole her heart right from the start. Whoever would have known this team used to be so mean, but now they gleam. Oh, sleepless nights and lots of fights because he was Thing 1 and she was Thing 2. Or was it because she was Thing 1 and he was Thing 2? Here's your list, oh honey-do. Oh honey, I do love you, she said with amazing grace. Then she told him right to his face, "You better run in that race and put on your shoes. Wake up, you snooze, you lose. Oh, it's 10 after 10 and I'm afraid of men, but I've got to walk that beach so I can go teach. Won't you please come, you old beach bum? Who knew the game they played best kept them from their rest? They'd scream and yell, oh, shh, don't tell. Oh, brother, they were just made for each other. They had it all together with understanding and compromise. They were becoming very wise with their eyes. She could see way over yonder, but he had to stop and ponder how to navigate that GPS for them to be their very best and get some rest. It was all a test, that's for sure. But that clear blue sea, that was their cure. Through the years, there were lots of tears and joys with their boys, but most of all, they had a ball. And this fall, they want to say thanks to you all. Okay, well, that is just one example of recruiting. Sometimes we love to just hang out with people that we really like to do things with. Our girlfriends, we like to go to the shows and all that kind of thing, or shopping. And then there's times where we just have to hire the opposite person. So Barrett would like to share with you how it is the two of us are opposite at times in our team. Come here, you old beach bum.
I don't know if I like that.
All right, guys, get where you can see.
When we first got married, I realized that sometimes I might be wrong. Because with toilet paper, when we got married, I liked it like this. I thought that's the way it should go. Well, she would always put it like this. And I wasn't a fan, so when she'd do that, I was just... And luckily, we didn't have one like this. It was kind of got a clip in there, so it took her too long, so once I changed it, she'd leave it. But after a while, I started kind of liking it like that. So I learned that pretty quick.
I heard you say she was right.
No. She was right. This was better. In that one case. So then it was like, then she had this conversation with somebody the other day, and they started talking about, well, how do you use it after that? And I thought about it being different, so I learned that you can actually learn something after 28 years of marriage. And she said, well, some people have a system and some people don't. I said, well, of course you have a system. I always take 4 sheets. What? I'm an engineer.
I've never even heard of that before.
I fold it in half. And I use it and I discard it.
I feel like we're learning so much about you, Barrett.
But then there's another environmental savings that goes on here, because once you're near the end, after you've used it there, you can do a little fold and you can use it again. It's not a system. I always thought that's what it was, because my dad talks about it, because my dad was in the Army. And he says that in the Army, they actually taught him how to do it to save, not so you didn't use it. It was important. I'm sure that was a Republican government.
Actually, and I think that is maybe how the conversation got started, because his dad, well, what happened was he was trying to tell me that we were going through so much toilet paper like every week, and how are you possibly using all the toilet paper? And I said, well, I'm a scruncher. I said, I just go like I scratch. I said, well, how do you use your toilet paper? And he says, I'm a folder. I take it and I fold it, and then I can only conserve, so I only have 4 pieces that I can use. So we started talking, and then I said, well, sometimes, I just scrunch it like this, and then sometimes, well, I don't know.
No, you actually have two different styles for two different things.
Yeah, right.
I don't even know which one of those.
The first thing one, for thing one, I just kind of go like this, and I'm a scruncher. And thing two, well, I'm still a scruncher, but you know, I gotta add a little bit. I was thinking of Kara, you guys using your toilet paper. So what we do have in our recruiting team of Days of Old are scrunchers and folders. So we need to find out because when you hire, we need to find out who the scrunchers are, who's a scruncher and who's a folder. So we need to figure out your personality style. Who wants to go first? Because you're all gonna share. All right, she gets it. Woo!
Honestly, you want to know how much I use? I don't want nothing touching nothing.
She's a scruncher. Woo! I knew that about you because you and I think alike. All right.
I'm a scruncher.
I would say she gets the first roll. I say you get the first gift prize for going first.
Money.
That is awesome.
All right, and Cam.
You know what? I swear Kara's like a clone sometimes. I don't know what Salios are saying, but I'm like, I could go through a complaint in my house every day about where's all the toilet paper. And there's only 2 girls. But like you said, no, I'm getting excited.
I like think about this now. Okay.
The natural.
I'm pretty sure I do like a kind of fold in a sweep.
Yeah, she's a folder.
And it's like folded.
All
It's
right.
gotta
I
fold
don't
it
know, I
for
just
you.
think with scrunching, there's a lot of room.
I mean, mine's not perfectly folded.
There's a little hole through there.
That's like
That's why you
having
use a
enough.
lot.
I'm definitely a folder.
Are you serious? I would have guessed you as a scruncher. I am so not kidding. Oh, that's fantastic. Here, let me see your guys' table here, scrunchers.
I'm just
I would guess you as a folder.
It's all getting taken care of.
All right, yeah. Woo!
I'm definitely a scruncher. And it's funny because Gordon, my fiance, and I had the same issue. But mine, he likes it like this, and I liked it like this.
What if it's back there?
He would switch it around. It's a big deal. I'm a scruncher.
And I am definitely a scruncher, especially in public when it's not good toilet paper. I need a lot of it.
Okay. Susan and Barrett and Mary are the only people that will understand this, but at our Christmas party last year, I opened the plunger as my Christmas gift. So in front of everybody, everybody found out that I use way too much toilet paper, and I am a scruncher.
I'm not a scruncher. I'm with Barrett on this one.
She was in the army. That's why she's an army girl.
Yeah.
It's too funny.
I'm a folder as well. I
Are
just
you?
gotta
Yeah, you
go,
like a bit of
you know, like
line.
this. Just wrap it and then
Oh, yeah.
make sure I just like to make sure it's very, organized.
Lady.
I'm trying to think.
People feet in the toilet if they just use this. Or they could.
Depends on how big
Did that really happen?
Oh, Christy. I got a scruncher in the folder here. Brenton, you gotta think about it.
Should set it. You're a folder.
Well, I'm not like I'm not the 4 person, but I think
It take a while in there.
Oh my god.
I am also a folder.
I just guessed that.
By no means is it a certain 4 sheets. Or
That's what I thought was strange.
kind of whatever.
I think you gotta toss that to your
Well, I
brother.
didn't really
Right.
realize it until I thought about it.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was
that
more
was
random.
like-
I'm gonna say Brett takes that as money.
What do you guys think I do?
I'm a scruncher.
Scruncher.
I'm guessing you're a scruncher.
Yeah, I have no system to it at all. I'm just like,
That's a scruncher.
All right, I'm effort and take pictures of the scrunchers and folders. So all scrunchers are going to line up right here in a huddle, and folders